Sports are in the house with Whoopi, Sunny Hostin, Joy Behar, Paula Ferris, and Jedediah Bila. Now, let's get things started.
Congratulations thank you to the New England Patriots for winning what is being called one of the greatest Super Bowls of all time. We're going to be talking to Sarah Haynes live from Houston a little bit later, but I want to start with a look at an unlikely highlight from last night. Monsieur Clean, getting dirty. Take a look.
Sarah? Clean enough?
What they're talking about is, you know, get a fantasy going and then jump on your husband.
Well, I mean, we had so many women at my house yesterday watching the Super Bowl, and we were cheering, and we rewound the commercial and played it again. I mean, it was fantastic. A way to advertise to women.
I loved watching all the guys' reactions in the audience while we were playing that. It was the most popular commercial last night during the Super Bowl. But what I love, I tell my husband, there's nothing sexier than when you cook and when you clean.
That's right.
And men, if you pick up a bottle of Windex, that's exactly how your significant other is going to see you. Right? He's going to want to get on top of you and knock you over the couch.
My husband helped me clean up after our Super Bowl party, and I don't know if it was the Mr. Clean commercial, like out of nowhere, he's like, I'll help you, honey.
I don't want to hear the rest of this. I'm moving on.
The only thing on top of how hot he is, he doesn't talk. Yes. We enjoyed that also.
Yes.
He tweets, though.
He
Clean was tweeting. Yes.
Does he really?
Yeah, he was tweeting.
Yeah, he was trolling other brands. It was great.
It's funny when my boyfriend asked me, why did you choose to go out with me? He was like, was I suave? I said, I opened up your drawers and everything was folded nicely. And I think you want to date honest truth. So I think it's
nice.
Yeah, I think there's something to be said for that.
Well, great. You know, before the Super Bowl, Saturday Night Live was a big hot topic this weekend for devoting a lot of airtime to sketches about, you know, and then you know the other one, and then the third one. So take a look.
I would like to begin today by apologizing on behalf of you to me for how you have treated me these last 2 weeks. And that apology is not accepted.
Steve, all of our so-called allies are being so mean to me.
Why don't you call some random little country and show them who's boss?
Zimbabwe, there's a new sheriff in town.
Wait, is this Donald Trump?
Yes.
You think you're a big Trump dictator? I will rip out your spine and drink from your skull.
That's hilarious.
You know, laughter always helps, but the question is, are these laughs America needs right now? Or does it take away from what we should be talking about? No, we need to laugh, and this is fun. I'm sorry, that's just my opinion. Forget me. I'll leave it to you.
Well, I think that the comedy is subversive, and there's nothing that a dictator hates more than being made fun of.
Yeah.
You know, if you ever saw the movie or saw the play The Producers, you know, Mel Brooks totally makes fun of Hitler, and I'm sure if Hitler were around, God forbid, he would hate it because he just makes him look like the jerk. You know, besides a murderer that he was, a jerk. And I think that this must get under everybody's skin when they make fun of them.
Well, we know it does because he tweets out about it. I mean, he watches this. But I think, you know, after 9/11, we really needed some laughter, you know, and I think SNL has sort of taken the charge in this satirical comedy.
You don't even have to write the material. It writes itself. I mean, all you have to do is basically echo what he does.
I don't know about you guys, but it's a welcome diversion from reality. Like when Beyonce's news came out about the twins, I was like, thankfully, we can talk about something other than politics as well. Yes, but I think, you know, we all are suffering kind of news fatigue. I was telling my husband the other day, I'm having a hard time sleeping. And it's not because necessarily the administration, but it's what is happening to our country right now. And there's so much division. And I'm the type of person, I like everybody to get along.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can have our differences, but I would love to see some sort of unification. But we're so divided right now. It's hard to sleep. It really is.
McCarthy makes everything better.
Oh,
she
my
really
God.
does. I could be in the worst state of mind. I turn her on the television. She makes I mean, she became Sean
Did you know
Spicer
it was
in this
Melissa McCarthy
moment.
when it first came on?
because I know her voice really
okay.
well.
You didn't know it was her?
I didn't know it was her. I was
But
like,
I
who is
love
that?
her, and I love.
Even Frederick Douglass thought that sketch was funny. That's funny.
But I think like comedy has a way. Like you're here, you know, you're a comedian, you're here, and when you inject, I know you're super passionate about your political beliefs. We often disagree, but when you bring comedy in, I feel like it's such a unifying moment, even at the table.
Well, we have
and
two
that's
comedians
what
here.
do.
Yeah.
That's all right. Listen.
It's great.
No,
It's
it's
like,
amazing.
You know,
it's so helpful.
Well, it's helpful, but you know, it is the problem is that it's not helpful. The problem is that it's there. These are the things we're making fun of, and it would be great if everybody could get along. But if we all know what we're facing, it makes it a lot easier. But for families who, you know, get messed up by the ban, you know, it's troublesome. You know, for families who may be looking at their creek and wondering, you know, what's going to happen now because he signed this order that takes away the ban on, you know, mining companies being able to pollute. I mean, there are a lot of things that are keeping everybody up, and we'd all love to get through it. I would just like him to just... I would think, and I could be wrong, but if you're going to sign some stuff, perhaps you should read it.
Yes.
It's a novel idea.
Perhaps you should. Well, but I mean, whether you like him or not, whether you like any of these folks, I think they all have a responsibility to look at the Constitution.
Well, he's got Bannon
you know,
reading it to
Well,
him.
because Bannon, you know, I believe that, you know, a lot of this is Mr. Bannon. But it doesn't preempt the other one from reading to see if, can I do this?
Yeah.
If you don't know the Constitution, you're making all kinds of stuff, and maybe they want the Hazarai, but it's a pain in the butt for a lot of folks because, you know, it doesn't have to be like this. There's rules. There's a whole thing that says you can't do this.
But, you know, just to get back to the funny part of it, you know, to me...
That wasn't funny to you?
You know, that was sad. That's it. We next sign off. But, I mean, to me, having a sense of humor about yourself is a sign of mental health. And I don't see this guy laughing. I never see him laugh. He smiles now and then when he says something he thinks is great. But he doesn't laugh. And I find that bizarre when someone doesn't know how to laugh. Also, where are the pets? I don't see pets in the White House. I want pets.
Gotta give him a
Things that humanize a person.
I can't even, I have so many responses for that, and I can't use any of them. I can't say, I can't use any of them.
I know where you're going.
You know, oh my God. So let me make a diversion. You know, all month long we're celebrating Black History Month. The movie Hidden Figures honored the brilliant Black women who helped America win the space race. Today we spotlight two pioneers who literally reached for the stars. Dr. Mae Jemison was a physician who in 1987 became the first Black woman admitted into the astronaut training program and went on to become the first Black woman in space. And following in her footsteps is Jeanette Epps, who will be the first Black woman to board the International Space Station as the flight engineer on a mission next year.
Wow.
So, you know...
Can I say one more thing? There's a guy in the audience who looks like Mr. Clean. Right here.
Right here?
I feel we should acknowledge, because it's Black History Month.
We'll be right back.
Next, Sarah's live in Houston to take you behind the scenes of the most explosive Super Bowl ever. So Hot Topics on The View are only getting hotter.
Here we go.
And everyone wants to join this tailgate.
Jason, will you take some cheese right here? Put it on the burger. Oh, so good. Oh.
It's always a party on
The View.
The View.
The View, y'all. On ABC.
Lots of marketing going on in this aisle. Fancy labels, slick designs. This one's got flowers on it. It's pretty. After the...
See.
Still ahead, it's an all-star View Your Deal with Sarah Michelle Gellar. We partnered with vendors for half off for picks to get your kids off electronics and hungry for some family time.
Welcome back. Right now we're going live to Sarah Haynes in Houston, Texas. Who was at the big game yesterday? Sarah, you picked one hell of a Super Bowl to see for the very first time. Was it everything you thought it would be?
Oh my gosh, Whoopi, it was everything and more. I barely ever watch the game. I focus on commercials and food. But to be here for a historical game, the first ever to go into overtime. But before the game got really good, I took a little time to play myself. Take a look.
God, is that Sarah Haynes?
Oh my gosh, the Rudy slow clap. It's like a dream come true. Thank you. Thank you. I am so excited. I'm at Super Bowl 51 in Houston, and there's Lady Gaga, tons of food, and there's football, right? What do Falcons do? Yeah! Hey! So you guys slam it straight down, and then does he do like this or anything? Maybe a little butt shake or something. Do a butt shake. Show me. Come on. Super important question. Whoa, where did you guys get this?
Super important answer right there.
Can I have a bite? Thank you. This is a kimchi quesadilla. Typical tailgating food. Oh, I love it! It is Michael Strahan, and I just emailed him to turn around. We'll see if I get anything.
Now I'm actually getting hungry.
I'm going to eat everything. There's barbecue, there's pizza, nachos. Eli Manning and I. It's like a picture opportunity. I don't want to leave you out of this food journey, so I'm bringing out the big guns. The concession camp. Can I have a french fry? Thank you. Thank you. We'll do a chicken and fry. All right. And because I'm eating a lot, I'll go with a Diet Coke. Tastes like falcon. I mean, chicken. Oh my God. Oh my word.
Touchdown, Atlanta.
Woo! That's perfect. $14. Wait, you have to do this.
There you go now.
Okay.
And the Falcons add to their lead.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to this halftime report. Steve Levy alongside Randy Moss. Randy, tell me, is Tom Brady's performance what you expected in that first half?
Steve, forget about Brady. I'm stunned by the aggressiveness by Haynes.
Yeah. Wait a second. Haynes?
Sarah Haynes, let me tell you, she came down here to Houston, Texas, Steve, on a mission.
A mission. Let's break down the stats for the first half, Randy.
1,800 yards rushing to the concession stands on the receiving end. 5,700 in calories.
Okay.
Had 4 entire sandwich completions with 0 turnovers.
Except I saw her eating an apple turnover in section 306.
Well, you know, if she stays focused, she's on track to break some serious records tonight.
Agreed. Everybody stay tuned for the halftime show.
Did you see Lady Gaga?
I did. At the time, I was with Vice President Pence.
Wait, you were with him?
And so I was asking the Secret Service, I said, all right, is there a protocol for rock stars rappelling in from the ceiling?
Pass is caught. That's White. Touchdown.
Sarah Haynes, you just attended your first Super Bowl. What are you going to do next?
I'm going to Disney World! No, seriously. The whole show, The View, is going to Disney World. March 6th. Don't miss it.
I pretty much don't have to eat for another 3 days. I've consumed my body weight in food. But I did what everybody should have done, which is start paying attention at the end of the game, which was amazing. People had cleared out. We were in a lobby. I was stuffed, and things got crazy. So it was awesome.
Well, we're so happy you had a good time. Are you coming back? Are you coming back, or are you staying in Texas?
They're gonna roll me back.
Well, we'll see you soon. Bye. And we, of course, we will be right back. Mwah.
Still ahead, Trump's killer comment. How he's getting slammed from both sides for defending his relationship with Putin.
Get along with him. He's a leader of his country. I say it's better to get along with Russia than not. And if Russia helps us in the fight against ISIS, which is a major fight, and Islamic terrorism all over the world, major fight, that's a good thing. Will I get along with him? I have no idea. It's very
He's a
possible
killer,
I
though.
won't. Putin's a killer. A lot of killers. We got a lot of killers. Why, you think our country's so innocent?
That is like
now, Republicans and Democrats have both said it's kind of out of line to equate Putin's actions with America's. And now, should Americans be concerned about this? Should people kind of be going, hey, I thought that we were supposed to be doing this a little bit differently?
It made me really think, because as the president, he certainly has intelligence that we don't have. So he's gotten all these reports, and so I'm thinking, has he gotten some intelligence reports that people in our government are killing other people? And so for him to just sort of say that on national television, equating our country with Russia, was pretty shocking to me.
Just put Obama in the position. Imagine if Barack Obama said anything like that. They would have had him up for treason.
Yeah.
I'm going to go one step further and say beyond shocking, because it is jaw-dropping. To me, it was disgusting. It was disgusting to create a moral equivalence between the United States, which, last I checked, is a beacon of freedom, is supposed to defend freedom of the press, is supposed to defend people who have differing opinions. Not like Putin, who jails political dissidents. You have 23 journalists who've been murdered since Putin took office. Putin backed the Syrian Assad regime that has now, there's a genocide of innocent people going on over there. So you have to ask yourself, if Donald Trump has a hard time criticizing those things, what does he actually stand for? Does he believe in the imprisonment of political dissidents?
Well, as as egregious as these comments are to so many, this is the challenge with this particular administration, the challenge for a lot of journalists that are out there, because at any given moment, I mean, we're going to be talking about something else by the end of the day. We're probably going to be talking about, you know, the immigration ban again. And that's the strategy of this administration. Steve Bannon has gone on record and said they want to, quote, distract. They want to flood the zone, which is a sports analogy. You send like 6 receivers or what have you, and you only have 3 defenders. You don't know which story to cover. Should we cover the comment about the Kremlin? Should we cover the comment about the so-called judge? Should we cover, you know, what's going on?
Because if we're covering that, then maybe we missed the raid in Yemen.
Let me tell you about Let me tell you about the things that have been done the last 2 weeks while we've been distracted by Trump news. Congress moved to repeal the stream protection rule, which I mentioned earlier, which would allow mining companies to dump their potentially toxic debris in the streams. The House voted to overturn an Obama rule designed to keep guns out of the hands of the mentally ill. The House voted to kill an Obama-era regulation that requires oil gas mining companies to disclose any payments they made to foreign governments. Now, it happened the same day that the Senate confirmed Rex Tillerson, who actually lobbied against this rule. And the Department of Agriculture removed from its website inspection reports and other information about the treatment of animals at research laboratories, zoos, dog breeders, and other facilities. These are the things that, you know, this is all going to impact us. Okay, this is really, I mean, people voted for him, you know, to get their taxes together, to get their country together, but they did not vote for him to poop all over the Constitution. They didn't vote for that.
No.
They just didn't. And what I want people to do, you know, those wonderful little cards that the gentleman, the Gold Star father had. Remember, he held up those. I think we should all just mail those little Constitution cards to the new president, just to say, look, put it up on a board. Mark it and study it, man, because we will put up with a lot of stuff in this country. We will not put up with wrecking the Constitution.
Well,
we
you
will
know,
just
how
not.
do you think that the Trump supporters feel about the fact that Trump is trying to cut the budget for the Violence Against Women Act, which and the by $480 million. At the same time as this so-called wall that he wants to build could cost up to $25 billion. Now that everybody says that that's a waste, but to cut budgeting against the Violence Against Women Act, I mean, when he said he wanted to grab a woman by her genitals, he's now wants to legislate something that's very similar to what he did. And cut budget. Now, I have to assume that a lot of the women who voted for Trump have to hear this. And a lot of them may be victims of domestic abuse. And this guy wants to take away the budget that will help you. Try to understand what's going on here.
Well, it's, you know, listen, there's a lot of stuff been cut. There's a lot of stuff been moved and cut. And what's great is people are responding to it. People are saying, no, this is not what you're supposed to be doing.
If they know.
But, you know, a lot of people didn't know know anything about the ban. People found out and got out there and did stuff. People are making their voices heard because this still is our nation. It still is a nation that we, the people, have a say in. And, you know, Steve Bannon may be running everything. But we'll watch it. And we'll watch when we go. We'll come right back.
Yes, to go, man.
Welcome back. One of the things we haven't talked about is the halftime show. That had Lady Gaga, the fabulous Lady Gaga. Did y'all like it?
Yes, I did.
You did?
I did. You didn't like it? I thought she was fantastic.
I don't know. I was a little underwhelmed by it. Maybe because I thought there was going to be this big political statement, and I didn't get that. I expected it.
When she's singing "Born This Way," that's directly at Mike Pence.
If you listen to her music, you know, and you listen to what she's saying, she's always been political. She doesn't, you know, people don't have to be political. They can just be.
They are
political. She is political just by all the stuff she's done with the LGBTQ community, what she's done for women. I mean, you know, not everybody does everything the same way,
Yeah,
you know,
that's
and
true.
it's important to remember that, you know.
What I like about Gaga is that she's super talented and she lets the music speak for itself, and I'm able to watch that. It doesn't feel like she's trying hard to throw some kind of statement in my face when I watch it. I feel like her lyrics and just her as a person, who she is out there, being unique, being, you know, take me or leave me, I am who I am, sends such a powerful message, just who she is, that I don't need some orchestrated, you know, I'm trying to sell you some message, here it is. So I appreciated that, just watching her talent and
She
who she
did
was.
start with that song. She started with America the Beautiful, right? We had Super Bowl bet at my house. When was Lady Gaga going to do something political, beginning, middle, or end? And there was this big debate as to whether or not the initial song counted as sort of a political.
So that's why you're disappointed, because you lost money on it, right? I mean, come on.
This land is your land, is Woody Guthrie.
Yeah. I have to say, I think we're all suffering a little bit of fatigue, too. We know. I mean, she's very overt.
You said that. You've said that. Are you tired? You said that.
Yeah, a little tired, actually. No, but it's nice. We know where she stands. She advocated for Hillary Clinton, and she was protesting outside of Trump Tower. But I have to say, I was glad that she didn't go political, because we're already so divided. And her message was to America, to every American, and I just want to say kudos.
Weren't you scared she was going to fall? I love the flying and the flipping.
The flying, I know.
It's like,
but she didn't have that big, like, she didn't have a big meat costume or anything, so she didn't do that kind of thing.
And she can really sing. Like her voice, that's not something that you see a lot. I feel like a lot of new talent, I'm always thinking, you know, did they craft this in a studio? Can they get out there and do this live?
No, I'm asking. It seems like, how do you go flying through the air and not lip sync? The way she was flying.
And she was really dancing. It was a workout. My husband brought that up, too.
It was a really good
Well, we don't know. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
She sounded good.
You know, and, you know, political people are always political.
Yeah.
You know, and she's been who she is from the beginning, I guess is my point. And so, you know, expecting her to do something would only have gotten her, who are you trying to be, Beyonce? You know, so she did her. She let Beyonce do what Beyonce did. Beyonce had a different thing going on. You know, Gaga has something else going on. And it's, you know, listen, people can put it all in their message. Their message may not be for you. Sometimes the message is for somebody else. And, you know, you get it or you don't. And all you have to do is enjoy it. You know,
it was enjoyable.
It was good.
You know, and it's always, listen, those artists, whoever they are, every year, they bust their behinds to come out and give people a great show. Every year. And so, you know, you have to give them kudos, you know?
Imagine the preparation and the work that goes into an extravaganza.
No, she thinks she's tired.
I'm not equating that. That's a false equivalency, okay? She said that she's been preparing for this since she was 4, and that's what I love. Like, she's always wanted to perform at the Super Bowl. She knocked it out of the park, or she threw a touchdown.
There hasn't been a really bad performance at the Super Bowl in a very, very, very long time. Thank goodness. Who do you want to see? What? Look, you know, we'll be right back.
I'm Sarah Michelle Gellar, and I'm guest starring on View Your Deal with products that will do the impossible. Get everyone in your house to put down this and pick up this. I'm showing you how it's done next. This February, The View is on fire.
You have a little spice, a little fire.
Burning things up with the hottest topics. And just look who's firing things up this week. Tracee Ellis Ross, Will Arnett, Lena Dunham.
Wait, there's more.
Because Reba McEntire and Priyanka Chopra co-host. And that's just for starters. Hey, everyone's coming to The View. Plus, get this, Guy Date Friday is back.
Just wait till you see the guys that we have lined up for you on Friday. TGIF.
And this Friday, Bob Saget. Told ya.
That's what we do.
We're serving things up hot on The View all February.
22. More Miami Valley pastors are hitting the gun range.
I have a responsibility to keep my parishioners safe.
See why one pill-packing pastor thinks others should arm themselves. Tonight after APB on Fox 45 News at 10.
special guest, pardon me if I fangirl a little bit, Sarah Michelle Gellar. She's on a mission. She wants us all to put down our phones and pick up a whisk. Sarah co-founded a company that makes baking easy, healthy, and fun, and we partnered with vendors for half off all of the products that you're going to see today. So everybody, please welcome Sarah Michelle Gellar. Okay, so I gotta say, you're slaying it in the kitchen. I know, bad pun. I know, but we loved you on Buffy the Vampire Slayer, but there's apparently a domestic side to you as well.
Well, I think anyone can tell you that when you have children, your priorities change and the way you look at things change, and the time has changed. And I look for those moments where you put down the phone and you really connect, and not just with your family, but with your friends.
Sure.
And for me, that happens in the kitchen. That's the place where, like, the magic happens. Well, the other place where the magic happens.
Well, it can happen in the kitchen as well, so... Yes, so you're going to show us some products for the home and kitchen.
These are some products that I love that we are going to give a crazy good deal. Anyone that knows me knows I love a good deal.
Good for you.
Yes, so we are going to start... And apparently you guys do too. So we're going to start with the Stasher reusable bags, and it's a set of 2. And yes, and these are great because I don't know about you guys, but at my daughter's school, we can't send plastic bags, which I think is great, but what do you put the stuff in? And these are great because they seal really easily so the kids don't spill, and you can put them in the dishwasher.
So
you can clean them.
The best part. The top rack in the dishwasher, you don't have to rinse them
and
or wash them out by your
microwave.
hand.
And one of the best ways to keep all of your nutrients in vegetables is to microwave vegetables. So you can actually put a little water in these and microwave them.
They're microwave
amazing.
safe?
Yes, they're microwave safe.
Awesome. How much?
Oh, wait, and the best part, you guys got so excited. I'm about to give away the amazing deal. So originally these are $24, but today the deal is $12 for a set of... Yes, so half off.
You're slaying it so far. This is one of my favorite products
So
ever.
I love a good candle. I'm all about ambiance and good smells to set the mood. But the best part about these are they're all natural. And when you blow them out, the soy is a natural moisturizer. So you can put it, and I'll tell you, here, I'm stealing a little bit.
Take a little bit.
My hands from being in New York are so cracked and dry. And I even put this on my kids. Like, it's that natural, that safe, smells amazing.
It feels like a paraffin hand wax treatment. I'm like you, I have chronically dry hands. This is phenomenal.
Yes, so these are originally $39, but for you guys today, the deal, $19.
I'm telling you, your hands will be soft all day.
Okay.
All right.
And these are, of all the items today, these are my husband's probably second favorite, but only because you'll see why later, why they're second favorite. But these are the Hampton Forge assorted knife set. And anyone in the kitchen knows that a good knife is imperative to, like, beautiful and good food. And not only are these amazing knives and really beautifully sharp and delicate, they're also, like, really good looking. I always say they look really good when they're out in your kitchen. Yeah, so originally these are $25 to $175. Okay, wait for it. $12 to $87.50 today.
And they are sharp.
They are very
phenomenal knives.
Slice through beautifully.
Slice right through it.
Okay,
and you also need a cutting board for the knife.
For the knife. And also, I also use cutting boards. I think they're great for display, to put things out and really personalize. And when you have people over, you want to start conversations. So sometimes we put like sayings and quotes on them, and just to get the conversation going. And they're really sturdy, really beautiful, and you can personalize them. Yes. And these are originally $48 to $95. Okay, you ready? You really ready? Okay, I'm just checking. $22 to $45.
These are awesome. And like you said, think about it as gifts coming up. Mother's Day, that sort of thing.
Yeah, these make great gifts, especially and hostess gifts. All of these gifts also work really well with the candles in particular, too, when you're going to someone's house, I always say. Okay, so this is really cool because I like techie stuff. So this is how I merge tech and kitchen, so I'm still getting a gadget without being on a gadget at the same time. So these are the Perfect Company Blend 2.0 and the Pro. And these are incredible. So these measure exactly how many calories you're putting in when you're making smoothies, soups. Because sometimes you think you're doing something healthy, and then all of a sudden you realize, oh, I had my entire caloric intake for the day.
Yes, that was
in my
1,500 calories right there.
So this will avoid all of that. And these run $50 to $100, but today, $25 to $49.
Wow! More than half off. Incredible. Okay. I think it counts the calories for you.
Yes, because as anyone knows, math, maybe not my strong suit. Okay, now here comes the big one. This is
your company.
This is my company. This is Foodsters. So these are all organic, all natural. natural baking kits. We're the only baking company that has access to biodynamic sugar, to equal exchange fair trade cocoa. So without sacrificing taste, you're getting the best possible ingredients and really just making it possible to make these really creative, amazing, you know, beautiful Instagram-worthy food, even if you have zero skill.
And it's a great opportunity to actually bake with your kids. We did both of these this weekend. I love how it gives you the exact portions that you need, and
didn't they come out like that? I think that's the amazing part.
Yes, they came out like that. My kids were obsessed. They were
yes.
involved
Okay,
the
are you
whole
ready
time.
for it? This is from me to you guys. Okay. These run $18 today. For you, for me, $9. And these make great for Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, Father's Day, you name it.
Sarah Michelle Gellar, you have been so generous. Everybody, our thanks to Sarah Michelle Gellar. She slayed it today, didn't she? The clock is ticking. You have any of these exclusive deals. Make sure you go to viewyourdeal.com. Members of our audience, you are going home with Sarah's Foodsters Baking Kits. We'll be right back.
Kids, are you ready to get this party started? Yeah! We're gonna do this together. We're gonna stick to the plan, do everything about
on ABC.
Yeah, before we go, I don't know whether you were aware of this, but our friend Kim Kardashian posted 20 weird facts on her website about herself.
Yeah.
She has a permanent retainer on her teeth inside that you can't see.
No.
I've never noticed. Apparently.
That's good.
She hates cilantro, mustard, peppers, blue cheese, and red velvet.
She also says that she's secretly funny. She did.
She did say that.
I'm secretly the funniest person, she says.
That's the best kept secret ever.
Exactly. That's what she's really good at.
Where did she say that?
She says it on the list.
My goodness, I did not know that.
Yeah, she did
well,
say that.
you know, everybody always thinks they're funny.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to be funny. But you know what? We accept everybody, funny or not. We love that y'all came to see us. Thank you for seeing us. We want you all to celebrate the day. We want you to have a great day and take a little time to enjoy the view.
Jeff Schmidt, Mitsubishi, home of the 99, 95 and under car, truck, and SUVs only in Fairborn.
Find your